Zone the Titans out a little bit as the point unlocks in about 12 seconds here.
Yeah, you can see right now, Super trying to back
Whoa,
up.
Rascal!
And Rascal actually is going to get picked off by Summon too, so a quick team fight win here for the Vancouver Titans. The rest of the Shock did not get back behind cover. Now you're going to see the first... Yeah, that and also a late sound barrier, so Slime using that Lucio ultimate. Sinatra playing aggressively, trying to get that elimination. They do!
It's an aggressive grab, man.
That's a great play.
Yeah, deciding to just keep the Vancouver Titans locked up at the door. Almost 90% for the Shock already, so why not, right? Getting aggressive now, Bumper down yet again. Titans have just had a hard time keeping that Reinhardt alive, and they might have to give up this point. Gonna be 95%. So close for the Shock to take this first round.
Yeah, there's gonna be a Lucio backcapping right here. Can he get to the point in time? No, he gets moved off. He gets moved.
But Shock.
Yeah, Moth gets there in the nick of time with Rat in the top. Those are the ultimates that are available. They accrue based on damage and healing by each player.
One of them just used right now. Graviton Surge for the Vancouver Titans. Oh, Reverse Shatter comes in, knocks down a few members of the Titans, but they managed to stay alive for now. Janu sending in his self-destruct, but it's Sinatra laying on the damage. 3K with that Zarya, and San Francisco holds an advantage. Oh, but that was a big shatter coming in from Super. Luckily, the extra shield.
They're going for the grab anyway.
That's right, because they had the shielding to stay alive. That lets Soman Su get in there and do the damage with the Zarya, and it will be the Titans flipping it again.
Yeah, late grab though from the San Francisco Shock.
Stuns on anyone with that one. Janu trying to disengage with that self-destruct. The boot comes in, but no kills. It's going to be Violet jetting his way in there with the Transcendence again, allowing the Shock to be more aggressive with that extra healing here. Trying to jump onto Rascal, finish him off, and they do! Great pickoff by the San Francisco Shock. They're fighting a 6v4 now. Somansu strikes back with a kill onto Super, but it looks like Shock might have what it takes to flip it, and just in time because it's 99% for the Titans. We're into overtime, but Shock flip it around to their side, and now they are over 90% themselves.
It takes time to get these respawns in, so Bumper dying late is a huge stagger elimination. The Titans are going to have to try and fight this, but they can't even get to the point. The Graviton and the bump out, the stun, and San Francisco 2-0. Their best map statistically. San Francisco Shock only 4-2, so no surprise they would pick this one.
Well, San Francisco on the attack first, so a chance to set the pace here, and they kill Hawksall right off the bat. It's a 6v5 immediately in favor of the Shock, and that is exactly what you need to take the point early. Titans might, well, I think they're gonna have to try to fight a little bit, or they're gonna lose more people on the way out, but just trying to disengage. They're gonna have to give this point up early. Wow, that was fast.
Titans, they tend to play in open ground and use a lot of resources early, and that's gonna be a massive shatter!
That is an enormous earth shatter. 4 people knocked down, but the Titans strike back. How did they do it?
The counter shatter was there. So that is the key thing. It is, but you see this payload is gonna start moving again here pretty soon.
Should soon, yeah. Shock really fighting it. Okay, that was a big shatter, but Violet had the Transcendence here, so he kept everybody healed, and that unlocks Super to get the charge onto Twilight. So it is a man advantage again for the Shock, and they are gonna grind their way through the end of point B.
Yeah, Soman Su being a little bit more conservative with his self-bubbles today. He did die a lot to self-destructs yesterday, because he was
pushing this payload forward, and they are getting really close to the end of this attack round. Janu gets D-Mech, that is huge. They needed that Diva suit for the defense.
You see Super right now with the shatter. Oh, great shatter on the side. Bubble's gonna save Bumper though.
Fantastic Earth Shatter from Super, eliminating Slime here, and now Bumper, he's not gonna last much longer himself. Maybe he will. Transcendence comes out just in the nick of time for the Titans. But as soon as it's done, what are they gonna do? They're gonna lose Hawksall, and they're gonna lose the attack round. Shock setting a blistering pace here on King. Bumper, how does he do it? He went around the side. Shock did not expect him to be there, and that's a huge pick onto Super. Shock, though, they're gonna throw everything they've got at this. They need to try to hold the point.
And they're always confident in Sinatra to deal the damage even when a player down. They're gonna try and win this.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work out this time, though. Bumper goes down, but the Titans still with the numbers advantage on the point, and they will get the payload moving.
And speaking of coming in stronger, Doa, San Francisco Shock, they blew their entire ult economy.
Owner Shatter doesn't knock anyone down with it, though. The Shock and the Titans reverse positions, but Soman Su onto Super again. They use the Lucio shield, the sound barrier, to get aggressive, and now they're using the grab as well, and it's going to be the Titans crushing another fight. So as good as the Shock looked on their attack, the Titans are definitely equal. taking defensive positions here, but they've still got all 6 members. Shoyobin nearly popped out of his Diva mech. Ooh, that was so close, but he stayed in there just barely. Now Violet under pressure as well. He is down. Hawksall with a big pick, and Slime rolling in. The Titans will not be denied. They are rocking this fight right now, and I think they are going to get a very good time on their attack as well. They will just under what the Shock accomplished, but still
Transcendence, which they had to use just to save that fight.
Yeah.
So it might be a situation where they win that fight, but they're gonna have a tough time in this next one.
That's right. Going back into some ultimates. Graviton Surge used. They're going to try to use it to take down Rascal again. He gets charged, but Bumper knocked out of it. Rascal down anyway. Twilight finds the pick. Yet again, going to pop his own Transcendence for the healing. Whoa, big shatter from Bumper on the flank of that fight once more. And now the Titans absolutely going to get that payload moving.
Yeah, Hawksall, he just can't fight right now against this Zarya in the 1 versus 1, so he is going to have to back.
It just knocked the Titans off a little bit. That was a shatter. Hit Moth, but that's about it. Moth down Violet, in trouble too, but they lose Super first. San Francisco Shock in big trouble here. The Titans, as long as they keep someone on this payload, they can keep pushing it. There's no limit, really.
Yeah, Bumper has been massive with the shatters today.
Oh, man. This is going to be point B.
Yeah, it is going to be point B, and every time Bumper results.
This is looking like it's going to be a crazy overtime push right now. They're going to use the grab right away. You do not see teams pushing this far in overtime very often. Sinatra gets a kill in the Twilight. Shock looking to stop it right here. We'll see if they can. Johnny with the self-destruct gets his mech back again. Bumper, low health. Choyabin with the self-destruct. They got to keep somebody on the payload right now, but it's going to be tough. Shock getting the kills they need to end the push from the Titans right here, right now. Yeah, that's where it's going to end. So a great push for the Titans. They don't get it all the way, but hey, man, in overtime, with the amount of time that they had on the time bank to start with,
yeah, they had to use the trans.
Yep, that's rough. You don't want to use that early on, and now the grab comes in as soon as the Transcendence is over. So Minsu walking in. Oh, and Bumper just swinging away. That's 3 on the Shock. Bumper wisely backing away, showing a bit more of a measured pace than we've seen in the past. Tries to counter shatter through the Graviton Surge. Janu sends in the self-destruct to counter that as well. Hawksall down. Oh, and he's going to get taken out completely. Good start for the Shock here on this fight. They can keep pushing. The Titans giving some ground out with Bumper down. That's definitely going to be the Shock getting the payload moving, but a lot of time has been used up off this time bank.
I mean, they'll use the AoE healing to move in.
Sominsu will also have the quicker Graviton Surge, most likely, but that's a nice shatter from Super. Can they capitalize on it, though? No kills just yet. Twilight has his Transcendence. Decoys. Bumper drops his shatter as well. Violet gets stunned. They can't quite finish him off. Sominsu lobs that grab in from half court. Can they possibly get kills? They can! And it looks like the Titans are going to tie up this series. It's their best map for a reason. That's a win for the Vancouver Titans here on Kings Row.
Super smart grab, Doa.
Yeah.
They get people off the payload. It's basically only a Diva and a Zarya on the cart. They focus them instead.
Yep.
And that leads to a map.
Only that one tick to take the point, though. Titans need to get aggressive. And Bumper low. Can they finish it off? Hawksall gets a kill on the Moth. That is big. And Super, I don't even know what that shatter was supposed to do. Bumper in trouble either way, though he gets knocked off the edge. Titans getting the kills, though, and I think they're going to be able to hold.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5 versus 3 on the point right now, and that's a cleanup in this side room. So Titans doing tons of work right there.
What a fight. Their lives up and healthy. Super in a little bit of trouble here. He's low. Oh, there's a shatter. Super and Rascal down. Shock starting to collapse a little bit on this attack. They are going to be down to about a minute left, probably under a minute on their next attack. Things looking a little bit dire, frankly, for the Shock right now.
Yeah, they're going to have one good attack left, and they have to play into the sound barrier. These engagements, they have to use sound barrier just to touch the point.
It's desperation, and Super down already. There's a shatter just to seal the deal. Bumper zoning out Moth a bit there, and Shock, they are not going to get this point. There is no way you can win this one, and that is a monumental hold for the Vancouver Titans on a map that Shock selected. And that is even worse to deal with. But we'll see what they can do here.
All right, we'll be a multi-DPS comp. So Vancouver Titans, they're going to use a lot of damage dealers. Far up here, the rocket launcher.
Oh, Troy been knocked off the edge.
It's over.
It is over, man. What do? You got to fight the 6v5. Shock needs to make amazing picks, and they can't as Moth is down again. Hawksall making the big play to deliver his team the win here on Paris. And I know the fight's still going. I know you say, if you're a Shock fan, that there's still a chance, but on this map, unless a miracle happens here, it's going to end right here. Just not enough members from the Shock around. And that is map 3 in the books. The Titans take the lead.
And here's the thing, with a nice advantage considering that you are sort of forced to stand out in the open.
Yet another reason for my teammates to stay on the payload, but they never do. They never do. Akshon down. Good pick for Shock right off the bat. There goes Twilight as well. So it will be the Shock bouncing back from that quick loss on Paris to get a good push going here on Gibraltar. That's point A taken.
Yeah, they're just gonna run.
Just Bumper in serious trouble here. And yeah, he's gonna drop too. So Shock looking really good so far on this map.
And you mentioned it, Doa, but the holding of the trance was really the key aspect for the San Francisco Shock. The fact that they got hit by the Graviton and didn't use it got them some time. Haksal gonna try and come in. Slam's gonna take out Moth.
Okay, that was a very optimistic Graviton surge from the Titans, but they might be able to get some kills out of it. At least they're gonna force the grab back out and the shatter out of Shock here. Super gets 3. And look at this, the Titans buying a lot of time off of the time bank right now, making Shock use all their ultimates. So a lot of times you say, hey, that fight wasn't worth it, but I think in that situation it probably was.
It's actually a pretty big mistake there from the Titans, and now they have no support ultimates. This could be dominating from the Shock.
Yep. Here we go. Titans with one last-ditch effort to try to defend here. They've got the sound barrier on the Shock side, though, to contend with it. Now Bumper goes down. The grab comes in. It's going to need to be huge. They kill Rascal. They get Sominsu, though, on the other side, and Shock still looking good for this push. That said, the respawns are coming fast, and with the kill on Sinatra, that might open the door for the Titans to bring it back. As the respawns come in, it's going to be Bumper, Haksal, Twilight trying to hold this one. Sominsu back just in time as well. And so as close as the Shock were, at least the Titans are going to get more time here. That shatter not connecting with anybody on the Titans side, and the Titans are actually going to hold here at the end of C.
Oh yeah, this is huge in terms of stabilization for the Titans as well. Shock might have been able to push through had they had a support ultimate, but the Titans
don't really have a lot of way contested. Oh, Bumper flies through the air, doesn't really get the shatter he was looking for, and the Shock in a great place to end this one. I think they're going to be able to finish the map right here, right now. Janu self-destruct, no connecting with that one. And as the respawns are dealt with, the Shock looks like they will get their attack done here on Gibraltar. They had to work for it, but they got it.
Yeah, that was lucky, I think, for the Shock. They had to take it on that push.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they could have fallen.
For the moment, self-destruct from Janu not getting anything. Slime now with the later sound barrier for the Titans. They're going to have those shields longer. They're going to chain that into a kill onto Super. So maybe the fight finally swinging the way of the Titans. But man, so much time has already been used off the time bank by the Shock.
Yeah, we don't talk about this a lot, but one of the best aspects of the Vancouver Titans is that they can consistently get later support ults into fights than their opponents. Slime and Twilight, shields from the Lucio barrier will fade away, and then they can re-engage with the advantage. This time we're going to take a look at the counter shatter here from Bumper.
There's one.
And that just, I mean, hitting Sinatra with that is absolutely massive because it cuts off the damage.
Oh, they've already got the kill on the Super here, so it looks like this defense for the Shock at the end of point A, nothing doing. Easy point A take for the Titans. Sinatra, it's on him now for the Shock to try to make something happen. Ooh, Sominsu really low though. They're gonna jump in there with the grab. They're gonna get the kill on the Zarya right away. And the Titans in big trouble here. But that said, they turn it around. Oh, Bumper, he got such a good shatter, but he couldn't stay alive. And the Shock are still gonna win that fight anyway.
That was such good positioning from the Shock. So Sinatra falls down and goes aggressive, looking for the chance. Shock will have 5 coming in.
It's gonna be a 5v6 potentially too, because Twilight is not there. He's still coming back from spawn. Super drops early again though. It's been these early kills on Super that have delivered it, and a great shatter onto Shock as well. So the Titans, despite being a bit short-handed there, still win the fight easily.
Yeah, and that's a huge problem for the Shock. Because of the ults they invested, they knew that they were going to have a player advantage. But
Titan had to self-destruct. That kept the Titans away. It kept them from getting any kills off of Bumper's Earth Shatter. Now Super drops a couple with his own Earth Shatter.
Nice
They're going to use the grab as well, and yeah, that is a fight you want if you're the San Francisco Shock. Only a minute remaining in the time bank, and the Titans starting to sweat a bit.
Zoning people off the payload at the end. Shock is going to have to engage with a self-destruct out of spawn.
I think so. They're just going to
Rascal
jump in there. Oh, Rascal down. He got separated. The shatter from Bumper. I don't know about that one, but Super. Oh, they can't keep him up as well. And in the last second, the Titans with a great chance here to push it across the finish line. Choyobin can't get back in the mech. And in OT, the Titans get it done. They are going to end up with a minute
pass here. And use that cover for defense.
Nice on the Hawksall. He's going to get the healing going by hitting people. Super and Choyvin down. Oh, that is not the scenario the Shock want to find themselves in right now. It's going to be a lot of distance. That's going to be most of point A, actually, taken by the Titans here.
You can see Hawksall was making space for the rest of the Titans, just pushing.
Kills out of it. Super and Choyvin, though, a bit low. Grab comes in from Sominsu. There's Rascal going down to the charge from Bumper. It's a 6v5 as the Titans try to finish off point A. Now the grab comes in, but the sound barrier's there. But it doesn't matter. Shock finds the kills anyway. The push could end right now for the Titans. It is looking grim for Vancouver here in Time Bank right now. And the sound barrier just icing on the cake for the Shock. They are going to stop the payload right here. Great defense for San Francisco.
Yeah, massive graviton for the Titans.
Unlikely
Bumper's back.
That the Titans are going to be able to do it. Yeah, without that Zarya, you're not going to get that defensive win here if you're the Titans. They tried, but losing Bumper so early hurt so much. That said, super move. Janu gets team-backed, and there goes Slime. So, again, the Shock just are not going to be denied here. Goodbye, Bumper. That's going to be the map. And the San Francisco Shock tie up this series.
And we've got a series on our hands. Noah,
yeah.
Shock.
Certainly going to San Francisco here. They've got the ultimates. Hawksall taking so much damage that Transcendence has to come out early, and now Sinatra drops down with the grab. Easy decision on that ultimate. Bumper tries to go for the counter shatter. He knocks down two, but Twilight already falls. Super comes in with his own Reinhardt ultimate, and that's going to seal the deal. Shock winning that fight. They are already up to 50% out of the 100 they need to take the round.
I mean, Sinatra is probably the best Zarya, but he's definitely the best high ground Zarya in the league. Loves to take those aggressive positions and those angles. And because there was so much damage,
absorbs the Zarya ultimate. That said, the Moth with a big knockoff onto Janu, and Bumper swinging away. He's got the Earth Shatter. He's got the charge onto the Lucio. Easy elim onto Moth, and now as Violet falls, even with Bumper going down as well, they flip the point. They're getting control percent. It was messy, but the Titans have the point at the moment anyway.
I mean, you look at that and you really want that sound barrier back from
so low. Minsu right now stays alive. Choyvin though, oh, and Super gets him with the fire strike. Are you kidding me? Okay, you'll take it if you're San Francisco, and you'll also take Bumper with you. And now the Shock are ready to flip this one back. And they're going to do it at 91%. They have almost taken this round.
And
that's basically it.
And how aggressively do you play right now? Super is there with the Earth Shatter. They're just going to play on the point. Looks like Slime is still there.
Get it. That's it. That's their end of the round. Shock should be able to handle these respawns. Twilight going to delay it a bit. You know, that does give time for Janu to come back in again. Nice knock-up on the Wrecking Ball. Swapping heroes there. Bumper gets a three-man shatter. They lost Twilight. I don't know if they can turn this one around, though. It would take a miracle. The Titans to win the 5v6 with Sominsu down. That's not going to be enough damage. The Shock have basically guaranteed the round at this point. Janu a little bit low here. Bumper going back in again. The Titans not giving this one up without a fight, but there goes Bumper. The Shock just eventually cleaning out the respawn. Slime as well. And that'll be it. San Francisco Shock take the round. They're going to take the early lead here on Oasis. And I guess their own Transcendence instead. That's a shatter onto Bumper here. San Francisco trying to equalize. Twilight uses the Transcendence to keep his tank alive. Now the grab comes in from Sinatra. Sound barrier from the Titans as they give them the extra
so
shield.
low.
He's still alive for the moment, though. Janu self-destructed. Sinatra, he gets caught. He didn't have the bubble. He didn't have the self-shield. But the Zarya on the Titans side goes down too.
That was a great play by Hawksall. He zoned him into a corner knowing he didn't have the bubble up, and that forces the self-destruct kill. Fight continues apace.
Bumper nearly has another shatter here. If he can live long enough to use it. He has to duck back around the corner. Shatter time. Oh, that one gets blocked, though, and he is down. San Francisco.
Sinatra's here on the Sombra. Wants to close this out.
I think they will.
As fast as he can, and it looks like they're going to.
I think they will. 90%, and the Shock close out this fight. Sinatra going to get himself about halfway. Maybe more.
I love that swap. I love that swap because you can clean this up and get an EMP to make sure you close.
Yeah.
You get there faster.
Very good. Very solid. And it's just clean up. All the respawns coming in for the Titans, and they're not going to be able to turn this fight around. And that is going to be the second control map this series that the San Francisco Shock have won 2-0.
And that's huge, Noah.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if we go the distance on this one, it will be boosted closer to their own spawn. However, Titans are
doing it again.
Ground.
And they managed to separate Rascal, and he's down. Sominsu getting the pick. And I mean, I love the Titans because most of their strategy just is like, well, let's just jump on them.
Yeah.
And it works.
They're not repeating the pathing of the NYXL that led to a successful point A attack yesterday.
They're repeating the pathing they've been doing the entire time here. Now the Graviton Surge comes in.
Counter shatters!
That's a big one. Whoa! All right. Super. Once again, see if the Titans can do it.
Wow, aggressive charge there coming in from Super. Sinatra's gonna pick up Akshon. That's a free one. That is terrible for the Titans.
Oh man, that is not what they can allow to happen. Now they're gonna dedicate ultimates to this. They still want to win it. Sinatra with the grab though. They lock up Janu. Janu though got that self-destruct and Bumper goes in with the shatter. Sinatra in trouble. He got up just in time to get the shield. Twilight has to, or rather Violet has to use the Transcendence. Now the grab comes in from the Titans. Sound barrier, self-destruct from Chalk, not getting a whole lot. Hawksall down again. He dies one more time, and the Titans are still gonna fight this. All they need to do is win a fight, and they will win the round. We're into overtime for the Shock right now. Super goes! Oh no, Bumper! He's the one who falls. Super had like no health, but they somehow kept him alive. What in the world was that?
A Shock constantly fighting with a player advantage and seconds to finish this map.
And remember, this is a map they're trying to win the entire series. Bumper has to throw that shield up to block the self-destruct. Now the shatter comes in, a Dark Down Moth and Super. Janu gets another one, and at the last moment, the Titans coming back. And it looks like they might actually be able to win this and stop the payload before it reaches the end. They will. So despite the heroics, the Titans still do stop them short of completing the attack round.
Yep, and that means it doesn't have to get quite to the...
Now the Titans need to strike back. They've got 2 ticks already. They've nearly got point A taken. All right, sound barrier, Shock, re-engaging both teams using that Lucio ult to get the extra shield.
Bumper solo, but he's gonna...
Oh, Violet!
To Janu, the counter, self-destruct makes the play.
And they finally break through here. Moth does get the feedback onto Janu. Yeah, another grab from Sinatra. And are you kidding me?
It's a 2 versus 2. Sinatra still alive. Sinatra makes the play. He charges another grab in the fight, and they come back, and that's it for Twilight. The Titans are wiped. How fast can Summon-Su chuck this grab out?
They need to get something done fast. There's a shatter. It's a big one. Can you save the grab now? They stand back up. We're in big trouble. They're going to use the grab. Can they get in there? Flying through is Janu to do the damage, and they're taking out members of the Shock left and right. So it looks like, despite the heroics from the Shock at the end, they're going to have to give up point A. So the Titans will get a chance to get that payload going. Shock nearly had it. They've still got a good chance to defend this one.
Yeah. And now Bumper has to switch to the Wrecking Ball. This is the Titans. Will they lose for the first time ever in the Overwatch League?
Desperation mode for the Vancouver Titans as they walk back in. We're into overtime. The slime is down. Shock. They are moments away. They've got a fight advantage to send themselves to the champion podium here. Shock, they have the sound barrier. They've got the advantage. A big shatter under the cart. Summon-Su knocked down. He's taken out soon. Janu down as well. And the Shock, they may have done it. Only Bumper remaining. Hawksall just trying to stay on the point, but that's going to be it. The grab from Sinatra comes in, and the Shock have done it. They are your Stage 2 champions. And it had to happen sometime. The Vancouver Titans handed their first loss, but the Shock getting the win that was denied them in stage number 1. And doing it in dominant fashion. A San Francisco Shock going from the beginning of stage 2.
Check out our website at actionesports.com to stay up to date on the latest matches, highlights, and more. From scores, match history, and specific game info, we've got you covered for all things Overwatch esports. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out our channel for more action-packed content. Also, like and share this video, and click the subscribe button to join our notification squad. Thanks for watching.